Hey there, today in this video I want to share with you a very simple but profitable strategy using two groundbreaking free indicators. By understanding this strategy, your trading game will drastically improve. I'll go through everything and try to teach you every detail, so be sure to watch the entire video. But before we dive right in, don't forget to subscribe because it helps out our team continue producing free content on YouTube. So after installing all the indicators into the settings of the trading platform, we select any trading instrument. For this example, I'll select Striker Corporation. This is the stock for Striker Corporation. Then flip to the 4-hour chart. But keep in mind, this strategy, all these indicators work on any time frame and they will be profitable on any time frame. But for this case, we shall be using the 4-hour chart. So this is how the stock looks like. Then we shall be loading our indicators. So guys, we shall load our first indicator. Remember, we said we shall be using two indicators. So the first indicator is called Megatron. This is how it looks like. This Megatron indicator combines the fair value gap, supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels to come up with one single zone, which is very powerful. So these are the zones. But in all these zones, we shall be considering the red and the green zones. Those are the zones we shall be focusing on. These other zones, don't focus on them. We shall be focusing on the red and the green zones. So guys, right now the key question is, how do we trade using the Megatron? Very simple. The red zone means we shall be selling and the green zone means we shall be buying. So if the red zone has been drawn, we wait price first test the zone the first time, then we wait for prices pull back and test it the second time. When prices test this zone the second time, we place our entry, our stop loss above the zone, then our take profit, we target a 1 to 3. As you can see, prices tested the zone the second time, then they push downwards. For a buy trade, the scenario is similar. We wait for the zone to be drawn, then price will test the zone the first time, then pull back, then test it the second time, then we place our buy trade, then our stop loss below the zone, then our take profit, we target a 1 to 3. As you can see, prices pulled up like crazy. So guys, as you know, the Megatron indicator will give sometimes false signals, which is true for any indicator. So how do we fix this and also increase the win rate of this strategy? This is where our second indicator comes into play, which we call the lucky indicator. As you can see, this is how the indicator looks like after loading it onto your charts. It will draw for us two zones. We have the pink zone and the blue zones. The lucky indicator is a reversal indicator. When it draws the pink zone, it means the market is likely to turn in the downward direction. And if it draws the blue zone, it means the market is likely to turn in an upward direction. As you can see, every time it draws the pink zone, the market turns downwards. And every time it draws the blue zone, which is a buy zone, the market turns in an upward direction. So now we are going to combine these two indicators, the lucky indicator and the Megatron indicator, onto one chart, and we see how we can trade using those two indicators, increasing our win rate. So guys, before I show you the combination of these two indicators, don't forget to subscribe because it helps out our team continue producing free content for YouTube. So guys, after loading both the indicators on a single chart on the instrument we want to trade, this is how the stock will look like. You can see we have the Megatron and the lucky indicator. This is how the charts will look like. So we flip to the 4-hour time frame, which we shall be using. Then we look for the zones. As you can see, we have the red zone and we have the pink zone from the lucky indicator. This makes this area a very powerful reversal area. So how do we trade this? We wait for the prices to test this zone the first time. Then after prices pulling back and testing the zone the second time, we place our sell trade. And our stop loss, don't forget the stop loss must be above the two zones. So we place the stop loss above the two zones. Then still we target a 1 to 3. Our take profit, we target a 1 to 3. As you can see, prices tested both the zones, then pushed downwards. So this is how we place a sell trade. So let's take a look at another example. We shall flip to the next chart. This is Microsoft. This is Microsoft chart, and this is a 4-hour time frame. As we can see, prices created this first zone. We had our first red zone created by Megatron. Then we have our second zone created by Lucky. This makes this area a very powerful reversal area. So we wait for prices to test these two zones the second time. Then we place our sell trade right here. Then our stop loss above the two zones. Then the take profit, we target a 1 to 3. As you can see, prices pulled downwards like crazy. This makes these zones very powerful. So guys, let's look at the last example, which will be a buy example. Let's flip to the next chart. This is a Bleak chart. This is a company called Bleak. As you can see, we have our different indicators and different zones. Now check out this area. We had the Megatron draw our first green zone. Then the lucky indicator also drew our blue zone. This means this zone is very powerful. As you can see, prices pulled back and tested the zone the first time, then pushed back and tested it the second time. So this is an indicator for a buy trade. So we place our trade right here, our entry right here, then our stop loss below the two zones. As you can see, prices took off like crazy. These zones are so powerful. So currently you check where the prices are. Prices created these zones. So if prices pull back and test this zone, we shall place our buy trade, then our take profit will be a 1, 2, 3. So guys, these two indicators, if we combine them, they are so powerful. They are so powerful. So guys, you should check in the link in the description below. Download these two indicators, place them into your charts and try them out. Back test, front test them. You will see they are so powerful and they will change the way you trade. That will be it. As always, invest safe.